Hey there, busy bees. Happy Sunday to everyone out there. It's going to be another phenomenal day today. Today we're going to look at this new game, Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers. So I haven't played this one yet. Really looking forward to it. Sorry if you hear my sound kind of going up and down. Just trying to get a good balance here. Hopefully that balances out pretty well. And yeah, haven't played it yet. Saw it on Steam. Thought it looked pretty good. So really wanted to try it out. Did a little bit of trying out just to actually see if it worked, and to also make sure that I'm like centered in a good way instead of being like in some weird corner and block something important. So gonna be starting a new game today. Also gonna go over the topic of procrastination, something that is very near and dear to me, especially in recent times. So I don't know if anyone out there has had that kind of moment where you've put off something that you really wanted to do, knew you should do, or kind of wanted to do but kind of didn't, and you just kind of kept putting it off over and over and over again. I don't know if anyone out there has felt that same way, but definitely had a lot of that leading up to today. Not just the stream itself, was pretty psyched about as always, but creating a new YouTube short, that one I had put off many times. So definitely going to talk a lot about that today. And so, what was the last time you actually put off something that you really wanted to do or needed to do? And how did you overcome that procrastination? That's kind of the question of the day. And hopefully, in the midst of playing this game and kind of every once in a while having some talk on procrastination, you learn something new. Or maybe put something in the comments that helps out someone else. Or in the chat, that'd be great. So today, playing Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers. I love Dungeons and Dragons, so I thought it'd be really good. Let's see if we can have ourselves a good time here. And yeah, here we go. Gonna start a new game up in here. Come on. Oh, you gotta actually hold it down. Boom, brand new game. So here in a couple of things, you got all your different decks you can have. You only start off with the hearts deck, and then once you play around or play through, I actually died on that one. It opens up these, and then every time you play through something, like new starting decks come out. So like there's only 4 out of 18, but obviously you only see 2 additional unlocked here. So the more you play, the more unlock it. Basic roguelike development, and then absolutely loving that kind of progression. And each deck does something cool. So like hearts will heal you. Clubs deal extra damage, so if you hit 21, you get that bonus. You get extra shields, and you get extra chips, which is up here. Chips is your currency. This is an anything deck, so don't really know what that does. And obviously this is the glitch deck. So got a lot of fun stuff here. Definitely a lot of playability and replayability. Played maybe 20 minutes of it, and I was like, okay, this is a good game. Definitely a good game for streaming as well, because there's a perfect amount of breaks in there for me to talk about certain things, like today's topic, procrastination. So let's go with good old... The clubs deck was actually pretty fun, so I'll do that one. You just start off with your basic ace through king. So keep that in mind for those who've actually played blackjack before, which is what this game is based off of. You're now playing with a full deck, so your odds are way different. So if you already played your face cards on your 10, and you know all you got left is numbers. So you can actually count cards a little better in this. I'm not good at math, nor do I really count cards. So good not to do that. You approach the old tavern, mix of ale and addiction. You're going to have to master the strange version of blackjack to play here. Let's go ahead and enter this tavern. I also think there's other taverns you can play at too. Other neat features that I like: one, you can change your card deck. If you notice, it's a good old-fashioned Yu-Gi-Oh! They also had some of the old Microsoft Solitaire deck covers, which is actually pretty cool. And very nostalgic. Other things too, you see how many chips you're going to win. You also see, this is super important, on the upper right, is the green chip where it says stands at 17. So you know when they're going to stand or stay, depending on how you like to call out your things in blackjack. So like I was saying, I know I have a pretty good chance of, basically 3 out of 12 being extra 10s or 1 being the ace in blackjack. So you actually have a pretty good amount, so you want to keep your deck probably pretty lean, just like most deck building games. Ooh, this is a hard one. So with this, I'm actually going to stand. Yeah, so don't bust. Because if you bust, you go down to 0. And then whatever the difference between your score is and their score is the damage dealt to you. So that's a pretty big thing. So you kind of have to balance on not just like, oh, if I bust, like I'm out of the hand. It's like if you bust, you lose health. So you gotta say like, hey, I might intentionally want to lose. I'll stand and hope that they bust. Yep, so they busted. Boom. One strike and all I had to do is not bust. And after every round, you get to pick a cool card. So notice it's not just a regular card. You have like a Calamari game card. Okay, so 3 for 3. On foe defeated, gain 100 chips. So if I end someone with this, that's a lot of good chips. What's a hall pass do? Ooh, Foresight 3. That's kind of like your scry for those who play Magic the Gathering. You just don't get to put them in an order or not. You just get to see. A throwing card. Ace of Spades. Okay, so it's a spade and it's 11 and 1. Deal damage equal to your shield and move this card to foe side. Ooh. No, I don't do a lot of shields, so probably not worth it. Or you can reveal a card for 21 chips. Kind of like the hall pass. I think that'll come in handy. And then you have these special chips. So it's a unique chip that you take with you, and it gives you a basically like your permanent bonus. Okay, so gaining advantage is good. That's like how you can do some of your special stuff. This basically is transfer money for an advantage. On planet color value of 10 or more, gain 1 advantage. That's actually a pretty good one. So a lot of good advantage gainers here. I like this one the best. So advantage will come into play a little bit further on. I think the learning curve is pretty good here. Toss a chip to your dealer. So you got that advantage, which is excellent good. I'm actually gonna stand. Let's just negate it. From left to right. Oh, beautiful. Excellent. So seeing this, I now know I definitely want to hit. Because now I'm going to have 21. And when I get a full stack, because I got a spades, I get to deal extra damage. And I accidentally press hit instead of stand, like a fool. But I know my next one's going to be fine as well. So, always remember where your cursor is pointed at. Let that be a lesson to everyone out there. I don't think my cursor for some reason isn't recording this time. You can see the little dancing buttons. Wee! Alright, getting crushed this time. Oh, that's neat. What's this one? Ah. I'm gonna stand and only take the 1 damage. I'll take the low damage. Playing a little bit safe here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So basically I want to hit 3 times and I got 21. 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to hit stand instead of actually pressing hit. So I actually have a pretty good chance of busting myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and stand. Boom. And game over. Will our hero prevail? Yes, I shall. Speaking of prevailing, talking about procrastination, so kind of alluding back to what I talked about, I've been making a YouTube short and putting it off for probably about an entire month, because when I first had started making it, I noticed I wasn't super good at it. So y'all will see it tomorrow morning at 12 a.m. when it's scheduled to post. But because kind of like the comparison game, and I think a lot of people out there can relate to that, and I just kept putting it off over and over again. It's like, it's just, it doesn't seem right. It doesn't feel right. And it kind of puts you in that position of like, well, I'm not doing it because I don't think it looks good. And also, it recorded my voice really weird. I was using CapCut. And I was like, I really don't like that. And so letting that kind of like emotion of comparison and like, when you're kind of like hearing your own voice and hearing yourself speak, if you haven't done it for a while, you kind of shy away from it. And I let that, notice to say, I let that push it off for about a month. So just finished wrapping it up today. So super excited to see how it turns out. I think it's going to be pretty good. But, in thinking of that, I just wonder if anyone out there has also felt kind of the same thing to where they've had that. That's why I asked that question too. How have you overcome that kind of thing? Because I'd love to hear from the community on that, especially as I continue growing and as hopefully some other people hop on and see it and want to grow as well. Because I know I have a strong feeling that a lot of people have experienced it. Let's take some notes real quick. So you get your counterfeiter here. So your counterfeiter will help you modify a card to increase or decrease the value. Now I don't know the meta behind it or like what's the best thing to do, but for me personally, I like to kind of upgrade my 5s, bring them up, or some of my 4s and kind of bring them down, because I really don't like having those kind of like in between cards. Like even a 2, turning a 2 to a 1, I kind of like the thought of that, because then if you get like 2 face cards and you can get a 1. Give me a couple more 10s. Okay, so let's see how this goes. So this is kind of your like where you branch off to do different things. So I actually haven't done Stay at Night. So what does Stay at Night actually do? Oh, cool. This is how you heal. I don't have a lot of chips, so maybe I can just sleep on the floor. Yeah. Probably, yeah, I won't be able to purchase that, so I'll leave. Get my next encounter. Let's play against Scruffy the Janitor. Now, I played the Janitor actually when it took me out on my first run. Boom, okay, so I got some good stuff. 6 ace coming next. Stand. 6, and then an ace. I'm gonna stand and take the damage. Oh, okay, so that's how it's done. So that lock card, So now it's locked for I think like 3 turns, so it's gonna stay here each time. But that's really good that it kind of locked the 10, because it gives me a high, feel like a better probability just starting off like with a killer hand. Oh, I got him quick. Yeah, last time I had picked a fancy card, and it was a like 25 of diamonds, and he locked it in, so I kept busting, and he just wiped the floor with me. Okay, I got some good stuff. Play lock, and then move a card from your foe's draw pile to your draw pile. Oh, but I can lose chips. I'm good to not. Start of your turn, if you haven't exceeded your bust limit, play a 4 of clubs, then play a... I feel like that kind of will make me bust a little bit more, but also could make them bust. So I'd rather kind of just have a 7 of spades. Get like a normal. Okay. Boom, gonna stand on that. See, that's why I moved some of those up, so now I got a higher chance of just getting some killer hands. This could also bust me because I'm at 12. So I'm actually just gonna stand because I already busted. Oh, what is this? Andy. Oh, you can actually draw and hold cards. That's actually pretty neat. Book discard all cards in your current hand. The clubs. I'm just gonna get another queen here. Let's go with that. The manager. I think the manager is like the end or beginning. It kind of seems like to get some answers. So finally, you found the manager. Time to get some answers. Hello again. I hope everyone's looking after you tonight. Sure, I've got time for a game. Oh boy. Strong start. Oof. I'm gonna take the damage. I have a feeling it probably would have busted, so I was at 12. Oh, it had a 19. Oh, snap. What is... Oh, neato. So I don't need that, so I'm gonna go ahead and stand, take the damage. Oh, this is gonna change this card into order. On hit or exploit. Okay, I know I'm gonna do this. Alright, I got it. It's all coming together. I'm sorry, what just happened? Oh. Boom. Okay, so perfect, exactly where I want it. So I'm gonna get chips and bonus damage. Boom. I think I just one-shot the fool. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Who's in charge? I've never met them, but I know they're on another floor. Here, you can borrow my elevator keycard. Cool, okay, so that's kind of how they do it, like level by levels, actually, like floor by floor. I have no idea where it ends. I'll take the 11 of spades. That sounds dope. Okay, tarot reading. This is new. Right. Let's go this way. Is that bad? Oh, I get to do all of them. Why does it keep doing weird stuff to my health? Oh, it heals me. On play lock. On bust and stand. Okay. I get to choose one to add to my deck. 0. On play, move a card from your foe's draw pile to the top of your draw pile. Yeah, okay. On play, replace all your jacks with random kings. That's kind of dope. On play, lock it in. On bust or stand, deal damage on bust and on stand. Deal damage equal to the amount busted by. I'll take that because I can bust by a lot. So now I'm making kind of like a damage dealing. Oh, this is kind of cool. We get to go to like different. Basement sounds fun. Let's go to the basement. Oh, that's a sketch. You arrive at a dimly lit basement and brace yourself as you step in, clutching your hastily assembled blackjack deck. Some giant rat. What? For some reason, I feel like it's probably got like some like Boston accent. What? You thought you were gonna? That's a terrible accent, by the way. We'll just scratch the accents. But what, you thought you wouldn't be, there wouldn't be rats in the basement? You know, like when you ever have like, oh, this could be a great accent in your head, and you even have like this whole character, and I literally like my game master kind of stylization kind of comes in play. I have this perfect voice, and you try to execute it, and it just comes off not good. Kind of going back to making that YouTube short, that's kind of what it was like. I had this beautiful vision of it, and vision didn't really quite match reality, and so that was part of it. You know, in talking about that, you get the fear of failure, perfectionism, and even some lack of motivation. I think usually the fear of perfectionism leads to the fear of failure, leads to a lack of motivation, that leads to procrastination. And then, yeah, it just kind of goes all downhill from there. And so that's some of the things that I've been facing when it comes to, you know, my YouTube journey, the procrastination of even editing editing videos. I might be able to end this now because I'll bust by 10. I think I'll stand here. And now I can instant win. I'll just go with that. Alright, I'll swing it. Oh, it wouldn't let me do the thing where I can like exploit it to change it. Well, he's gonna take a damage. Yeah, I'll still let in the game. What are you doing down here anyway? You don't belong here. -2 of spades, 13 of spades, 12 of hearts. Let's see what's under here. Did I just get a? I did not look at that. Let's The Decromancer. Okay, that's dope. My powers are unmatched. You will suffer at the hands of my undead army. Something, something, something. Dark side. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna take the 21 next round. Plus extra damage. Boom, that was good. Okay, cool. So my intention was to make like a club deck to do like a damage dealing deck. I think I did pretty well. I have the power to command an army of the dead, yet I can't afford to leave this basement. Don't do necromancy, kids. Suit yourself. Oh, neato. My special card. 4 of a kind. Play a card from each suit with the same values 1 to 4. Let's swing it. Fight the witch. A plague on your deck. What does this do? Green. Legit a green card, alright. Oh, I'm bust and okay, so if I bust, it deals damage. When I stand, it deals damage the amount of busted. So I want to go big. I'm gonna bust and deal direct damage. Coming in clutch with that 11 of spades. What? Oh, I guess that's what that thing. Choose card to move to the top of the foe's draw pile. I have no idea what happened. Let's go ahead and stand. The plague was on my deck. Insert noise of witches here. Let's see what we got. Jack in the Box. Okay, I'll take the 11. You get the feeling you must keep heading down through the basement to find the answers you are looking for. Crypto Bro or loot boxes? I'll take loot boxes and I hope it's not a mimic. The dealer. Else and a -6. Oh, you can keep doing that. I'm good. Goop boy. Alright, let's face this guy. Must fight. On stand rounds up on taking damage. Deal quick damage. Equal to the value of this card. What? Okay. Oh, Goopy Boy is just a little tired. Queen of Stone Age. Ooh. On playing a card worth 3 or 7, deal 3 damage. There was Pie of Hearts. Let's check out some slots. I'll skip it. Your streak of wins is attracting attention, and you feel that you have overspent your welcome here in the basement. Time to leave. Ooh, the Knight of Cardonia. You're not gonna take me alive! Hey yo, it's just some blackjack, bro. Interesting. Now I have the throwing ace. Ah, okay, so that's a good wombo combo. So that there, this adds a random queen, and then I had another one, added another, toss this one down, then I toss this one down, this one came from my deck. But now when I stand, it should do whatever 44 minus 21 is. Interesting. So as we speak on procrastination, I think one thing that's really helped me out is definitely having like a block schedule. That's been something that's been super helpful. So basically you have your calendar scheduled out by hours. And when you do that, you just fill that up with whatever you got to fill up with, your goals, whatever work you got to get done. And that's helped me out a little bit. When it came to the YouTube short, though, I found that I just kind of kept pushing that block back over and over and over. And with that, it still didn't get done. So I think it is helpful for the most part when you have a lot of emotions behind that. Whatever you're procrastinating, you might need to pick another way of doing it. Something that definitely helped out specifically on that was taking the mindset of like, hey, this is just practice. Like this YouTube short is practice. This stream, practice. This video, practice. This thumbnail, practice. And I think with that, that mindset kind of eased a little bit of the emotion of it, and that kind of helped out. And then combining that with working up into it. So before making the short, watch some videos from like vidIQ on like how to, you know, improve the channel, and then also watched some Earl Nightingale. So if you've never heard of him, he's a pretty awesome speaker. Mainly to focus on my voice to try to get a little bit more inflection, because Earl, if you've ever heard him, still kind of does have a monotone voice, but you know, you still get something out of it. You still hear conviction, excitement. So doing a little bit of that kind of had some small steps that led up to doing it. And then once I started doing it, you know, kind of game up from there. Let's go with a heart deck this time. So that could be a couple of ways. If anyone else out there has any good ideas or good techniques or tips that's helped them overcome procrastination, definitely love to hear that. I got a couple of ties in here. Dude, we just be tying left and right. Let's knock this out. Ah, dang it. I got transfixed. I'm pressing that big green button. There we go. Get that health back. This was the one last time that they locked it in and I kept busting, and then they just slapped me. Just knocked me out. Instant tie. I gotta do it. I gotta get the trap card so they can activate it. You've activated my trap card. Oh, that's neato. I like this one, little chipmunk. Oh, interesting. I always wondered why he had 49 chips instead of 50. I think it's because he's tossing a chip to the dealer. Ooh, you sneaky, sneaky boy. That trap card's pretty handy. It's at least we tied. All right, getting some momentum here. Oh, that's kind of neat. Lock the card in. A half of clubs that rounds up and down. Do that. And lock in like an ace. Interesting. That little lore at the bottom. It's unfortunate that the townfolk call these gamblers degenerates, and the truth is that they are the real victims. which is interesting. I wonder if it's like a haunted tavern kind of scenario where they're like stuck having to do it. Go ahead and increase. And decrease that to 1. Even the next thing too, the tavern preys on unnatural or on the natural impulses of gamblers, feeding their crippling addiction and converting it into profit. So I wonder if it is like the tavern is literally like feeding off of the people playing here. You know, when you come up to the manager too, you're kind of like left with more answers than not. Boom, there we go. Gotta leave it at that and hope that he... Oh, nice. Actually, I kind of think that's more of a good thing. So you decrease my max to 20. So then I wonder if I get 2 10s, then I got what would be considered like a blackjack or a 21. That might be an interesting card to look at in the future. A 21 of hearts could be good and dangerous. Monterey Jack. Oh, let's get some heals. Get some extra chips up in here. Ace up the sleeve, yep. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Boom, get some damage up in there. Alright, alright, alright. Ah, dang. Alright. Yeah, it's gonna... Yeah, that's not gonna be too bad. I'd rather not lock in either one. Let's go with 8. Alright, let's see how this goes. Oh, that's not good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, not in a good spot. Oh, maybe I am. Kinda like that I had a chance to start off with an 18. Boy, she crushed me with these aces up the sleeve. Actually, let's see how this goes. I think I win. I'll get close to it. Yep, because of the trap card. That's right. You've activated my trap card. And I've just busted again. Locking in this 8 has almost been the doom of me. There, okay. 2 things I've learned. Never lock in an 8 and don't get the 25 of diamonds card because that does just the same thing. Alright, so start a new run. I do like the thought of doing the hearts deck. I think it does make it not easier, but it does help to have the healing. Bonus damage is also kind of nice. I haven't really done the shields at all, so I guess we could try that one out and see how that goes. Alright, round 3 for this stream. Let's see how it goes. We made it to the manager once in the 2nd level, the basement. Probably do it again. Boom, got the extra. Oh, you get a shield per 21. Okay, good. That will come in handy. Handy, okay. On play, it's 3. On stand, it rounds up. Let's actually reveal what we got. Jack of all trades. Okay, I dig it. On taking damage, gain advantage. That's pretty good. Broken chip. On either player bust, that's a pretty good one. Chip in a bottle, stuck with 1 advantage. On stand, gain 1 advantage if your foe has not stood. I kind of like this one. Get those advantage points so I can use the card bonuses. I think another thing too, kind of getting back to the topic of procrastination. I think the clearer you make something, the less likely to procrastinate it. So if you have kind of like a really vague goal, so for me, going back to the YouTube short that took me a month to finally sit down and do, you know, you could say like, oh, making YouTube short, that's a pretty clear goal. Yeah, but it really isn't. If you can get more specific, it gets even better. So for example, instead of just make YouTube short, get specific with it. Make your 30-second long YouTube short on this topic. So then your brain does less thinking beforehand, and you're less likely to overthink it. I'll just let him take that 12. What is this one? And I think that kind of goes too with just like any goal you do. So if you have a really vague goal of like, take for example, what happens January 1st, everyone says, go into the gym. This is the year I lose weight, or this is the year I get into shape. And then they don't. But if you think about it, and maybe you've done this too, but if you make it more specific, hey, I'm gonna lose 20 pounds this year. A little bit more specific. Okay, you can make it more specific. I'm gonna lose 20 pounds this year by losing X amount of weight per month. You just do the math and break it down so it doesn't seem as scary and you don't overthink it. Add even more, I'm gonna lose X amount of pounds by the end of the year. And to do so, I'm going to work out 3 times a week and keep my calories under 2,000. Just going to stand. And yeah, you know, the more specific you make your vision or dream or goal, the more likely you are to do it. But it also means you can't procrastinate planning setting up your goal or planning kind of what you're going to do. So it is kind of a fine line between make it clear but don't make it perfect. I do really like kind of what I had mentioned earlier in terms of, you know, just think of everything as progress. For me, even this stream is about, you know, getting my audio right. When I go back and listen to it, I'll see if I got my audio right. How was the flow? How was the content? When I go to cut it, video editing is something I'm still very much learning. So that's definitely one that's going to be like a lot of practice. And a lot of mistakes, and a lot of it not being perfect. Something else that I've also found pretty helpful when it comes to procrastination defeating is having a community around it. And accountability. Accountability actually is an absolute game changer. Accountability will fix a lot of issues. And so when you add accountability to the mix, you're less likely to procrastinate because you say, hey, you know, for I think a lot of, I don't even know, I can't even say a lot of content creators, but I imagine for some content creators that say the community, hey, I'm going to be posting once a week on Sundays. And that's kind of a form of accountability. You're less likely to procrastinate setting stuff up. If you got a buddy that you're trying to lose weight with, or a workout gym buddy, well, you're less likely to not do the thing than to do the thing with your buddy. Even if your buddy doesn't show up, like just the fact of being accountable to them makes you more likely to do it. So if you're experiencing a lot of problems with procrastination on something, tell someone what you're going to do and when you're going to do it by. And I know if you do that, very high probability what you're trying to get done is going to get done. Let's go a little shopping. Alright, let's see how this goes. Let's get the manager. Okay, good start. Pretty sure I would have busted. Price go. Add a 12 of a random suit to your hand. Exploit -4 value. 12 of spades. Let's do that. Got the tarot reading. Give some health. And pick one. Play, gain a chip, heal 1 HP, gain a shield, deal 1 damage, and gain 1 advantage. Okay. Play lock, untie, deal 6 damage. Okay. Add a magic trick card. Ace up your sleeve to draw, pile, burn. You can play it once. This one's kind of neat. Because you can play it over and over and over again and get some good advantage. And your ties will deal damage. It's the magician. I got a good feeling about that. So last time I went to the basement, got knocked out by the knight. So let's check out Lou's Lounge. That's kind of neat. Luck Pusher's got a blindfold on. Okay, double bust. get that one out of here. So sitting at 12. There we go. So I could do extra damage, I could bust. I don't want to bust, but I didn't, which is good. I like that. Interesting. I wonder if that could keep me from busting. A teacher or a wizard? Let's play blackjack against the wizard. A Sony memory card. I love all the little things that they add in this game. Wait, so he's only got... Interesting. What's your game there? Oh, he's just gonna keep building up ones? Interesting. How did I? Okay, so I kept myself from busting. Alright, doing alright, doing alright. 21. I think something weird's gonna happen. Oh, so if I hit, it would have discarded it. Alright. Alright. Oh, I'll take that, get that 5 extra damage in there. Nice. I'm gonna stand rather than take that bust. Yep. Same. Well, let's see. I was like, I could take the bus, take a lot of damage, but get an advantage point, but I think I'll pass. Dang, this teacher's wiping the floor with me. Yellow card, both those library cards. Oh, there we go. I'm surprised she has not busted once, I don't think. Okay, hey, the bust works for me. I get that point back. So wait, if I play this one, let's just see what happens. Okay. Oh, okay. Kind of sets it up for the next one. That's kind of neat. Get some health back. Oh, actually, I don't think it healed me because we tied. I guess you could say this teacher is schooling me up. Yes, I had to throw that out there. There we go. Yo, well, that's all my chips gone. How will I tell my family how much debt I'm in? It's gotta be that. That's gotta be like the background of it is like this place feeds on people. Ah, so I can let them sleep, give them a card, steal from them, or steal from them. I'm gonna let them. I thought that was gonna help me get some sleep and get some health in. Bet you the thief's gonna have a whole bunch of I'm gonna steal you stuff. There you go, rocking and rolling over here. I'm gonna take a little bit of damage from that bust. There we go. So now we're both in the 20 health range, so that's not good. Ooh, that's a luck of the draw right there kind of situation. I need someone to bust. Woo! I can't risk that bust, really. Alright, now I can play a little bit riskier. Boom, got him. Not roguelike enough, I guess. Thief rogue, I get it. Paparazzo. Ooh, okay, getting close to not good land. Just got a king next. They got a bust, and I'm getting some points up in here. Good, good. I will say it is also kind of interesting to like. There's definitely like some deck building skill involved, a little bit of comboing. I also like just kind of like the luck of it. It turned around very quickly. I kind of dig it. The bouncer. So that's a good thing to have. I don't know if I'm gonna last the bouncer. Oh, I can't do it twice, but I don't have enough. You've killed me. Well, dang. Pretty decent deck, I think. But yeah. Well, that was Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers. Absolutely great game to play. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was amazing. Also, enjoyed a discussion on procrastination, how to overcome it. So, looking forward to seeing how everyone out there does it. You know, see if you take something away from what we talked about today and maybe add it to your repertoire. And hopefully, I hear from some of y'all on things that you have overcome, things that you've accomplished. I always love to see the success of other people. And with that, go out there, be happy,